So why doesn't just having money or status mean everything? Well, it's because people, not just women, people want more than that sometimes. They want someone that they can hang around, someone that makes them laugh, someone that is interested in what they do and is a very interesting person themselves. These are just some of the many things that you can accentuate and improve and cultivate in yourself that can put you on top of the people who have money or status. And that is why there are a lot of people out there who think that all they need is to make a certain amount of money, and they get there and they realize that, oh my goodness, how come I'm not doing well with women? I've seen this, people who are uh, very high status positions and they have not cultivated much else of their life. Their fashion style, their look, their grooming, um, their lifestyle, their social life, any activities they do outside of work. Oftentimes they're consumed by their job, which makes them money, but it's like all they do, and a lot of things. And therefore, if you are the extreme, you're boring, you're horrendous person. A lot of these other things, a woman or a person can oftentimes choose uh, a guy who's making a lot less because they have a lot more to bring to the table than just your money or status. So I think it's a very fascinating issue that I don't think a lot of people really understand or have really thought about. And I guess there's many ways of figuring this out. One is to just do it. Like, if you don't believe me, you can just continue on your path of just trying to achieve money and status, and see where it leads you. Maybe you're already interesting or good looking or whatever enough, but you'll be surprised, especially for the females who are accomplished themselves or they have a lot of value to offer to the table and they're looking for an actual companion or just someone that they can actually be around, and not just something very short term. And you will see this because they have gone through a lot of different guys because they're valuable, so they have options. And therefore, what ends up happening is they've started realizing that, okay, this man may have all this money and all this other stuff, but he's lacking in a lot of things that I want in a partner, in a father, in a potential companion, whatever it is. So it's just something to bring to the table. And I guess it's, some people classify this as game. I don't think that's a full justification of all the things that you can bring to the table. I don't think it's just game. I think game is a very broad term in itself, and it can mean a lot of stuff that's not necessarily things I've mentioned. Compassion, uh, being an interesting person, having common interests, having the same sense of humor, being a funny guy, being an interesting guy, being a smart guy. Um, a lot of these things, being kind, being nice, being witty, on and on and on, they're not necessarily game in certain senses, um, although they can be in certain ways. But again, game is a very broad term in itself. I don't think it's just game that you're cultivating. So that's all I really want to say. Hopefully, it may provide you some more insights. I do think it's very valuable for the people out there who have this limiting belief that, oh my goodness, um, well, they kind of shoot themselves in the foot and they think that, oh, I'm not worthy of this girl, or um, they just give up because they think that they don't have or they can't ever achieve the money or status and so forth. So that's something to take into account. Now, obviously, if you have excessive amounts of money, um, that will attract a lot of women naturally. But if you're looking for someone to stick around, or for certain types of women, for instance, young professional women, or middle-aged professional women, or just women who have seen a lot and done a lot and are actually looking to date and not just sleep around. Um, Again, I'm not judging, nothing wrong with sleeping around. But for those types of women, you'd be surprised. It's not all the money. Again, for you, is it all for the money? Is it all the money and looks for you? Perhaps you think it is, but if you're looking at marriage, chances are, if you're a rational person, just because they have all the looks in the world and the money in the world, I mean, that may not be a really compatible partner for you or something that really matters. Like she could be a horrible mother, horrible companion, horrible person, a, a bad friend, not even a friend at all. A lot of things, emotionally unstable, and these things, any logical person who wants a good well-being in the long term, they're not going to want to settle for just looks and money alone. Again, if you're coming from a place of desperation or you don't have a lot of options or you're just taking what you can get, you know, you might be able to take it. I mean, so generally though, I think it's something important and I think it's a good thing. Having said that though, if you really want a high caliber person, I do think that you have to cultivate a lot because, again, you may be competing with people who bring a lot to the table in one way, shape, or form. So you may have to cultivate your strengths. Um, so that's it in a nutshell. That's all I really want to say. Thanks for watching.